Get you back to that breaking news out of South Florida. President Donald Trump is there for the official opening of the controversial immigrant detention center now known as Alligator Alcatraz. West 2 Evening anchor Stuart Moore joining us live now from Ochopee outside the detention center. Stu, probably a place a lot of people have never even heard of before, but now the whole country has their eye on this place where you are.
You are not wrong, Nancy. This is a very remote area. This Miccosukee Indian Village is about 5 miles to the south of where we're standing right now. The Everglades Airport is just to my left, and that's where the facility is now being constructed. Now, it took just 8 days, as you heard at that roundtable just a few moments ago, to put this entire facility together. And as he also mentioned, about 3,000 migrants will be here, housed here, until they're deported out of this country. Another 2,000 at the National Guard unit that's just down the road. They also say that this has room for expansion. As you mentioned, President Donald Trump visiting the site today on the first official day of its opening. He got a first-hand tour before migrants start to fill these walls.
I thought this was so professional and so well done that you should come and look at it as opposed to standing around and not knowing where we are. And we're just taking tours through the areas where they stay and the areas where the medical is and all. And they've really done, between Christy and Ron and the whole group, it's really government working together.
And Governor Ron DeSantis touting Florida and Kevin Guthrie, the Emergency State Management Director, saying that other states should model after this by being able to put facilities up fast and be able to help relieve ICE in detention centers across the country. Now, this has not come without many protests. We just told you about the Indian Village that's just south of where we're standing right now. Several of their members from their tribe are out here protesting today, along with other people from the public. People have come from as far as Fort Myers and Miami, right here in Alligator Alley, to say their concerns about putting this facility in the middle of the Everglades.
I believe that the Constitution gives all people in American soil due process, and that means that people here that are illegally imprisoned should not be imprisoned.
We're not putting up with this crap anymore. You come in legally, we love you. You come in illegally, you're violating the law. It's just that simple.
And you heard from most people that are for and against this facility being here. Right now, it's about 20 to 25 people who are against this facility. They really started to gather once the president arrived at this location. About 3 or 4 President Trump supporters have also been here, and people have been driving up and down the roadway, beeping their horns. The most traffic this area has seen in quite a bit of a long time. Now, we do have a shower that's about to move into this area. It'll be interesting to see how many people stick around after that happens as well. And the president expected to leave in the next hour or so as well. But of course, guys, again, this facility has officially opened as of today. No migrants currently in there yet, but Governor Ron DeSantis said as soon as the president is leaving, then they will start to welcome migrants in the first time here at Alligator Alcatraz. Reporting live in South Florida, Stuart Moore, West 2 News. Nancy, back to you.